Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, this is another reason why you should never think that people in charge of you or of us or your supervisors, your bosses are smarter than you. Never, unless they prove, not by the position they have. They can acquire that through different ways of, not like that. You have to convince yourselves that that guy is smarter or has qualities and skills, proving them to you. By listening to what he says, analyzing his actions, his statements, and so on. You understand how deep that person thinks, what kind of mental process he uses to reach, to analyze issues and come with solutions. In this case, we have Kuleba, and Kuleba is a very important person in Ukraine. Ukraine used to be a country of a population of almost about 40 million people. It's not a small country in Europe, let's put it this way, if we are to include it in Europe, which if they want tomorrow they can include in Europe Japan. If Japan identifies as a European country, I think it has the right and it must be respected. And you shut up, okay? All right, now we got that covered. We have Kuleba. Again, you're going to see his mental process and lack of self-awareness of this guy. And certainly an agenda. Not hidden whatsoever. He's at war with Russia, so it's not a hidden agenda. Here you have it, Ukraine form. This guy right here. And this guy, remember, he's a very important person. And this is what he says. Kuleba on negotiations with Russia. Ask Prigozhin, he make deal with Putin and he kills him. So what do you find here? Inaccurate, bullshit, statement without providing supporting evidence? Who kills whom? Did Putin kill Prigozhin? The fact is, we don't know. Well, if you want to have just an assumption, you can say that Biden did it. Or you can say in the same way that Zelensky did it. They had more interest in doing that than Putin at this point. And make the deal. Yeah, so that means Putin made a deal, and you know that Putin killed him. Therefore, you cannot trust Putin. That is this guy's mental process. But he misses the most important thing. We don't know if Putin killed him. Therefore, all his statement is zero. There is no reason to believe that Russian dictator will not behave differently than what? During negotiations that he did with the leader of Wagner Group, Yevgeny Prigozhin. Differently, meaning what? Not kill you? This was stated by Ukrainian foreign minister. This is the counterpart of Lavrov, Wang Yi of China, Dr. Jaishankar of India, Peter Giarto of Hungary. These guys are good ones. This is a weasel. Dmitry Kuleba at a joint briefing with his French counterpart. Oh, and Catherine Colon is again one as Liz Truss and Annalena Baerbock and what's his name? Blinken, Anthony Blinken. They are the fifth tier. So, and I'm quoting, as for the calls for negotiations with Putin, anyone who asks about this should ask not us, but Mr. Prigozhin. He had a conflict with Putin. No, that's a lie. He didn't have a conflict with Putin. He had a conflict with Shoigu and Gerasimov. So always, it's a lie. He helped successfully negotiations with Putin. Ended this conflict, agreed on security guarantees. I don't know about that one. The security guarantees will be, we will not kill you. And then Putin killed him. That's not true. You don't have the evidence. The head of the Ukrainian diplomacy said, now, I would like you to imagine that you have your family and he, Kuleba, has a family. And you are neighbors. And you have to solve a problem with a fence between you and him. And he reasons like this. Do you think you will solve the problem? No, because he's going to lie. And here I'm talking about him in a position of a neighbor. But this is the foreign minister. I made my point when I was talking about that mediocrity, infantile, 7th grader Annalena Baerbock of used to be great country of Germany. She's the foreign minister. Unbelievable. Now, I said these are the qualities, the skills that a foreign minister should have. This, diplomacy, psychology, history, geopolitics, geography, all kind of things, especially psychology. He has to understand that. Well, this guy doesn't have any of these things. He comes and says, or has them, but he doesn't use them. Whichever. He proves with the statements he made that he is either a liar or an ignorant or both. That's not proven fact that Putin killed Prigozhin. So that's a lie. Anybody's going to arrest him? Anybody's going to sue him? No. Based on that lie, because that's a lie. Based on that lie, he says he creates, we will not negotiate with Putin. See, because of that. Okay, let's put to the side. Let's agree that, let's be dumb. Let's put it this way. Let's be dumb and agree with Kuleba. Yes, Putin killed Prigozhin. Okay, you should not trust Russia. But next question, should we trust you? And you say, yes. Okay, well, let me give you some examples. How can we trust you, Ukraine, when you signed, you agreed with Minsk protocols 1 and 2 agreements that's international law that was sent to the United Nations. So it's not something that you did with your little girlfriend in a dark alley. Not that kind of thing. You had over there, you have guarantors, France, Germany, Russia, and you. What did you do? What did your boss do, which is Zelensky? He said, I'm not going to fulfill and implement Minsk agreements. Fuck them. So how can we trust you? The same. How can anyone trust United States of America when former President Trump took United States out of the Iranian nuclear deal unilaterally? So they signed with the Europeans, with Iran, and they said, you know what? I don't like the terms anymore. I'm out. And you know what? Let's negotiate it again later. No, I'm not negotiating again with you later because I did, and look what you did. What guarantees I have that you next time you're going to do the same thing? And why should I talk to you again? No, you lost credibility. The same, hey, Ukraine, 2014, 2015, there's 2 agreements, Minsk. You did not implement them. Those are signed. That's evidence. It's not like Putin killed Prigozhin, jerk off, and all that. All right? No. These are facts. So nobody should talk to you. More than people should not talk to the Russians. So before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Remember Eric Clapton song? Yeah, but that means, just projection here. So Kuleba, I never thought that Kuleba not even looks, but he is not very deep. Let's put it this way. I have the right to assess people based on my knowledge. And I think what he said right here was a lie. And I think the point he makes is based on a lie. That if you discard that point that he makes, which is a lie, everything he says is based on a lie. Not a lie, an unproven fact. It's unproven. So, and it's proven that Ukraine did not implement Minsk agreements. And you also have Zelensky's statements. And you also have, if you want, what's her name? Angela Merkel, then Chancellor of Germany. And you have Hollande, the President of France, who signed those things. They didn't give up. They knew they would sign that Minsk agreements 1 and 2 to buy time for Ukraine to arm itself from these guys so they can have this one. But hey, Russians attacked Ukraine unprovoked. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.